Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Graduate Studies Virtual Expo. My name is Kristen Keogh-Raponi, and I'm an Academic Pathways Coordinator here at Seneca. Our Academic Pathways team is here to support Seneca students and graduates with advising and resources as you explore opportunities to build on your Seneca credential. Over the course of this week, we're excited to showcase a range of our partner institutions from around the world. They'll be sharing insights into graduate study options available to you after your Seneca program. For today's session, I'm pleased to welcome Dan from Robert Gordon University, who will be speaking about their Master of Science programs. Just a quick note that, like all sessions this week, this webinar is being recorded and will be posted to our website and YouTube channel next week for you to watch on demand. If you have any questions that come up during the presentation, please feel free to pop those in the chat, and we'll be happy to address all questions at the end of the presentation. And with that, I'll now hand things over to you, Dan.
Thank you, Kirsten, and thank you, Jennifer. It's wonderful to be here again and to see you again and to talk to you a little bit about myself, but more importantly about Robert Gordon University, the city in which we're located in, and the different types of degree programs that we have on offer for your students who are wishing to top up to an MSc qualification overseas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with a kind of a little bit of a general overview of the university. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, you don't need to wait to the end. You can just chip in and ask questions as we go along as well, and I'll be delighted to kind of tailor those questions to you as I go through the presentation. So just a little bit of an introduction to myself. So as you know, my name's Dan, and I'm the International Partnerships Manager at RGU. I've been at RGU now for a little over 10 years. I only originally wanted to come to Aberdeen for a year, but after moving up from England to Scotland and getting a home in Aberdeen, I kind of fell in love with the city and with the university and with life living in Scotland. It's very different to life within England, and something that I fell in love with and became really passionate about. And I kind of get the same feeling from a lot of our international students who do make the transition over to Scotland. They indeed fall in love with the city, with the country, and a lot of our students actually decide to stay and live and work and set up a family with Aberdeen and within Scotland as well. For those of you who don't already know, my university is based in a city called Aberdeen, which is in the northeast part of Scotland. So we're very lucky in a lot of respects, as we're a seaside city. We have a beach, we're close to the sea. So we have all the benefits of what it would be like living in a coastal city. But none of the disadvantages of what it's like living in a big city. So Aberdeen is the third largest city within Scotland. The two others, as you're probably aware, would be Glasgow and Edinburgh. We have a population of about 300,000 people. So again, relatively small to that of Canadian cities, but we have all the advantages of living in a small city as well. So we have an international airport where you can travel not to other cities within the UK, but also further afield to Europe, if that is to France, Spain, Italy, Greece, Portugal, Poland, and even further afield as well. I was speaking to one of our current Canadian students last week, and 2 weeks ago was a holiday within Scotland. So students were off for a week, and they actually decided to travel to Spain for that week, and they got a return flight from Aberdeen Airport for really, really cheap, and they were able to travel around Europe and then come back and continue their studies as well. So there's lots of opportunities from Aberdeen to travel to different parts of Europe as part of your studies. We have an extensive rail network too, so you can travel by rail to Edinburgh and Glasgow for the weekend if you want to do some shopping or some sightseeing, or for those of you who like to drive on an international driving license, you can drive within the UK on that license. And as some of our students decide to rent a car or even, buy a car for the duration of their studies with us, and use that to travel in and around the UK as well. So there's lots of opportunities for you to travel. Um, Here gives you a little bit of an idea of some of the kind of the more scenic points of Aberdeen and the Shire. The Shire is kind of like the wider area of Aberdeen. So we have Aberdeen, which is a city, and we have Aberdeenshire, which is kind of like the county. So we have over 300 castles. So again, if you like sightseeing, you have lots of opportunities to see some of the local architecture. Some of it is quite modern, as you can see there from Marshall College, but a lot of the architecture is quite traditional and quite old. So we have over 300 castles that you can go to, including even the royal family's castle, which is a castle called Balmoral, which is where the king and the current queen go to reside over the summer months, which is about 35 minutes drive from Aberdeen, so really close. We have many rivers, and as I mentioned before, we have a beach and lots of places where you can go and rest and spend your free time. As you can see, it's quite green, and I think one of the wonderful things about Scotland is that we're quite a picturesque country. It's because we have a very low population size, we haven't really built a lot of infrastructure within the city or within the Shire. So a lot of the environment where you'll be studying in and living in and working in will be very, very old and traditional environment. We are a little bit different to other universities, and the way I like to describe this is that we, as well as offering, really strong academic degree programs, if that is at undergraduate level or master's level, we focus on giving our students really core vocational skills as well. So one thing that we do very well year in, year out, is getting students ready for employment. And that is seen in it doesn't matter which ranking list that you look at, if it's international ranking lists or within rankings lists specifically for the UK, you will always see Robert Gordon University at the top of that list in terms of our employability rate. So that is how easy it is to go on and get a job as soon as you've finished studying with us and you've graduated with one of our degrees. So a lot of the facilities that we have on campus and the links that we have to industry are focusing on giving our students those specific employability skills that will make it easy for them to be able to go on and be successful within their chosen career after they graduate. So this kind of gives you an example of some of the different types of equipment we have in terms of technology, in terms of practical skills that the students will learn as part of their studies. This is probably one of my favorite pictures of Aberdeen and the start of the Shire. So as you can see, it's extremely beautiful. So the university is what we call a riverside campus. So the university actually follows the line of the river, and as you can see from the center of the screen there, the university is actually right by the river. So looking out of your classroom during the week or working at the weekend within the library, you have that beautiful view from your window. We have accommodation on campus for those students who like to live on campus, which is in a few minutes walk to your actual classrooms. We've got accommodation just on the other side of the university campus, where students can walk to work within 5 minutes. And we've also got accommodation within the city centre, which is in the top um, in the top left hand of the screen there that you can see. And students can get the local bus service, which runs every 15 minutes, I would say 10 to 15 minutes, that will take students directly to the university campus, and which takes about 30 minutes. And then within the city centre, there's everything that you would expect from a large city centre. So it's where all the supermarkets are, the cinema, restaurants, libraries, things like that. So depending on where you would like to stay, you can either stay on campus or within the city. It's entirely up to you. But wherever you stay, you'll be staying in a very wonderful, beautiful city in Aberdeen. Um, okay, what I'd like to do is just show you a very quick little video. This video kind of gives you a flavour of what it's like to live in Aberdeen. And one of the reasons why I like this video is it actually wasn't designed by the international team. It was actually designed by our students. So one of our digital marketing students designed this video as a project, and we use this project now to kind of showcase the kind of the features of being an international student at the university. So I'd like to show this with you now. Perfect. Okay, let me just just moving back on. What I wanted to talk a lot about now is kind of some of our achievements as a university. Now, I won't bore you by talking about each one of these points in detail. I just want to draw your attention to two in particular, and that is number two and number six. So numbers two, which I think is for an international student, is really important, and that is student satisfaction, which is the how happy are our international students as well as our domestic students with their experience of being a student at our university. And year in, year out, we perform extremely high in our student satisfaction surveys. So this is a national survey that is done by the government. So it's by the National Student Survey. So every university must submit their results as part of this survey, and they're compared against all the other universities in the UK. And we, year in, year out, do extremely well. So as you can see from here, number two in Scotland and top 10 in the UK. Another thing that I want to draw your attention to, and I know I've mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I want to really try and stress the importance of this, which is graduate employability, which means how easy is it to get a job, start your career after you've finished your degree with us. And again, year in, year out, we perform extremely well in terms of our graduate employability rate. And I'll tell you the exact percentage that we have at the moment in a little while. But again, constantly voted number one in Scotland and second in the UK as well for our graduate employability rate. So something that we are extremely proud of. So depending on the subject that you're studying at the moment and what you would like to study at RGU, we have different degree routes for you. So for those students who are studying either an ordinary diploma or an advanced diploma, you can transfer into either year three or year four of our bachelor's degree and complete your degree within either 1 or 2 years, and you will leave with a Bachelor of Arts with honours in the subject that you choose. For those students who are currently studying the graduate certificate route within Seneca, what you would do is you would finish that graduate certificate program, and then you can use that qualification to transfer for advanced entry into a suite of our Master of Science degrees at the university. One of the things that we do as a university, and we do it really well, is we match the credits that you've already given and we compare it like for like with the credits that you're studying, that you would study at the university as well. So you don't need to repeat anything that you've already studied. You don't need to take any longer to get the qualification that you're seeking for. You will get what we would call advanced entry. For those students who are studying graduate certificate, you would join us at the second semester of our master's degree, and you would study 2 semesters with us, equivalent to about 8 months and 7 to 8 months, and you would leave with that Master of Science qualification. Um, Depending on, again, as I mentioned, depending on your subject area, there is a lot of different subjects that you can choose from. And I've kind of listed some of the most popular ones on the screen here, but that's not inclusive. We have other areas of interest as well. So for those students who are interested in a business subject, we have courses that are related to business management. We have international business management for those who want that kind of international feel to their degree. We have courses in hospitality and tourism. We have courses that are related to accounting and finance and economics. We've got really popular courses at the moment, such as data analytics. And you can have data analytics with management. You can have business analytics with management, or you can even have business analytics with information technology, if that's an area of interest as well. And we've got other traditional subjects too, such as marketing management and business entrepreneurship and innovation. So we cater for a lot of different degree areas, depending on what you want to do as a career. And that's just not just in the business school. We have that within the School of Computing and Engineering too. So for students who wanting a more kind of a computing-based degree, you can specialize in computer science, data science, information technology with data science, or information technology with artificial intelligence. Or you can study a degree in artificial intelligence if that's an area of interest as well. So depending on that area of interest, there's a lot of flexibility and there's a lot of choice that you can choose from when you're wanting to transfer your current qualification from Seneca over to us to top up to that to that degree. One thing I think you'll be very pleased of is that we also, as well, for students from Seneca, we offer a really attractive scholarship package as well. One of the unique things about these scholarship packages is that it's guaranteed. You don't need to complete an extra essay. You don't need to have a certain GPA average. You just need to complete your current qualification with Seneca, and then we will automatically give you a scholarship to come and study with us at RGU. So for those students who wanting to top up to an undergraduate degree, we will give you a minimum of £5,000 scholarship. And for those students who are wanting to do a master's degree with us, we will give you a minimum of £2,000 scholarship as well. Um, Also, as well, for those students who are local Ontario-based students, you can also use OSAP as well as part of your tuition fees. So you'll be able to apply for OSAP for funding, and you can use that funding from OSAP to contribute to your tuition fees within the university as well, which that on top of the scholarship that we give you really significantly lowers the amount of money that you'll be paying for your degree. And as I said, these scholarships are guaranteed. We have other scholarships as well, which you are also eligible to apply for. And I would recommend all of our students to look on the RGU website. You just need to type in www.rgu.ac.uk, go to the top right hand side, and you'll see like a little bit of like a magnifying glass. If you click on that and you type in Canada, it will bring you to the Canada page, and it will tell you what scholarships you are eligible to also apply for as well. So we have merit-based scholarships, we have financial awards. So we have lots of different types of scholarships, over 300, in fact, that you could look through and choose the ones that you feel you are eligible to apply for as well. Well, at least you get one scholarship from us, at least. I talked a little bit about employability rate again, and I think it's a stress. I really want to stress this point as well. So, we are extremely high in terms of our employability rate. So, a lot of our students will go on and be really successful in terms of their chosen career. And one of the reasons why we do that, and one of the reasons why we have this employability rate, is the career support that we give our students during their time with us, but also after you graduate as well. So we have everything from support network groups and drop-in sessions where if you're wanting to apply for a part-time job and you want help with your resume, we can help tweak that and improve that for you. If you're applying for a part-time job and you want help with an interview, you're a little bit nervous, you're not sure of what kind of questions you will be asked, you can book an appointment with us. We'll do kind of a role play exercise with you. We will take the role of an employer. We will ask you similar types of questions that you will get at interview. You'll give you an opportunity to answer those questions in a role play setting. We will give you them feedback, and then you can use that feedback when you do it for real. And we've really seen the students who take advantage of this service actually do better in those types of interviews. We have a job center, an online sub center. So if you're looking for part-time work while you're studying, you're more than welcome to look at the different types of employers who are looking for part-time students to work with them on our eHub. And also we have physical online part-time fairs as well. So where students can come to one of our open days and one of our fairs, which run quite regularly, where local employers will be looking for students who want to work part-time too. But not just with that, we kind of integrate work placements within all of our degrees, and we embed that at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels. So it doesn't matter what type of degree that you are wanting to study with us, there's opportunities for work placements and employer-based projects as well as part of that degree program too. As an international student as well, you are also eligible to access our sporting facilities. One of the great things about our sporting facilities is it's free. You don't need to pay any additional costs to join. It's not an extra fee that you need to pay per month or one-off annual fee. It's all included as part of your tuition fees, and we have over 30 different sports clubs that you can join if you wish to, everything from basketball to soccer through to baseball through to hockey. And we also have lots of different societies as well that you can join. So maybe sporting isn't your thing, but you would like to join one of our societies. We have a Canadian society, we have a marketing society, a computing society. We have even have a Harry Potter society as well for those students who are, really into the Harry Potter franchise. Again, as I mentioned before, everything is free, so you don't need to think about the additional costs with that as well. I won't to talk too much about accommodation. All of our accommodation is the information about accommodation, I'm sorry, is available on our website. So when you do have time, I do recommend you to look at the accommodation pages on our website. I've put the link in the top right-hand corner there for you to look at. But we have different types of accommodation that you can choose from depending on your own personal needs. So you can live on campus, as I said, or you can live off site, so somewhere in the city centre. You can live in our own accommodation, so that is accommodation that is managed by the university. So everything from, like, for example, your heating, your water, your insurance, internet connection, etc., is all paid for within that rental fee. And you can choose between ensuite and off suite as well. So ensuite is that you have your own bedroom, your own bathroom, but maybe you'll share a living space and a kitchen, or you can live off suite accommodation where you'll have your own bedroom, but maybe you'll have to share a bathroom with maybe two or three other students, as well as a kitchenette and living space as well. And obviously, depending on your accommodation, the price will fluctuate a little bit too. You also can stay in your own accommodation. There's no guarantee, sorry, guarantee is the wrong word. There's no You don't need to stay in RDU accommodation if you don't want to. If you want to find your own private accommodation, you can certainly do that too. There's a lot of private accommodation companies within Aberdeen that you can research and choose from. If you do, there's no pressure for you to stay with us. What we do recommend, however, is you just let us know. And what we can do is we can help you with signing that contract. We can review your contract that you will sign with that external provider. We can make sure that they're not cheating you in any way. They're not overpricing you for the room that you're getting. You're not paying for longer duration that you need to, and they're covering all the insurance and facility costs that you would expect for student accommodation. So if you can speak to us beforehand, we can help you with that as well. So there's lots of different opportunities for you as well. This is just a little quote by one of our Canadian students who recently graduated. What I like about Liam is that he came and did an undergraduate with us. And because he liked it so much, he actually stayed and did a master's degree with us as well. So he actually stayed for an extra year and completed his MSc with us too. And he now works for the university as an ambassador back in Canada, speaking to students who are thinking about going on the same journey as he did a few years ago as well. So again, one of our really, really good Canadian students who recently graduated. Here I've given you a little bit of a price guide on how much things cost in Aberdeen. Again, I won't bore you too much with the specifics of this, but this is how much monthly the cost would be to live in Aberdeen. So that's everything from your accommodation right through to groceries and transportation. Um, if you compare Aberdeen to other cities within the UK, we are relatively reasonably priced, if not cheaper, than some of the other cities in the UK. So if you compare us to Glasgow or Edinburgh in Scotland, or you compare us to Manchester or God forbid, London, the price is significantly cheaper. So for those students who are a little bit more price sensitive, Aberdeen's a really good option for you because the price of living at Aberdeen isn't expensive in other cities. And as I mentioned it before, there's opportunities for students to work part-time too. So as an international student to the university, you can work up to 20 hours a week during term time, up to 40 hours a week during non-term time. And the amount of money that students earn part-time will certainly cover the majority of their living costs within Aberdeen. And I'll tell you a secret. I've lived in Aberdeen for 10 years, and no way I spend close to 2,100 Canadian dollars per month. It's somewhere in the middle. So you would need to be going out all the time, going to restaurants every day, going to the bar every day to spend 2,100. And as a student, you certainly don't. You certainly won't do that. So the cost of living is somewhere in that kind of that middle band. So that kind of concludes what I wanted to talk to you about today. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. For those students who are really interested in following us on social media, I've listed some of our handles there, everything from X to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We post quite regularly, so I think once or twice a week. So if you're a big social media fan, we would appreciate the follow. So, and you can get all the new information from the university right there, like right there firsthand. And I think that concludes my presentation. If you do want to reach out personally, I'll just put my details there as well, and you're more than welcome to reach out at any point in the future too. So thank you very much for your time today. I'm always happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions, please do ask me, and I'd be delighted to answer them as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan. Lots of really great information there. Looks like a beautiful place to study. We do have one hand up, so I'm just going to allow the mic. And then now you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. I really have a quick question in regards to your certification. Can you please confirm that this master's degree will be fully accredited under UK Masters and be assessed through Educational Credential Assessment, which is the ECA, for Canadian immigration purposes as well?
Indeed. So I can tell you from a UK perspective. So all our degrees are UK accredited. So depending on the subject that you're studying, you will get two qualifications from us. You will get the MSc academic qualification, and you will also get a qualification from the relevant professional body. Normally, it's at membership level. So our qualifications are graded on the Scottish or by the Scottish government, and if it's a master's level program that you're looking at, it's graded at level 11. So we are graded. All our UK degree programs are graded by the Scottish government, so they do meet all the requirements for that.
All right, thank you. I will be in touch for furthermore, and yes, I'm interested in masters, so I got your contact information, and I will send you an email, and we can talk further. Thank you so
So
much.
certainly no problem at all.
All right, we'll just wait a minute to see if there's any further questions. Oh, there's another hand up. Okay, I've allowed your mic. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, thank you for the presentation. So I have a question regarding the fees. Do we need to pay the fees in advance before are we going to pay it during the year?
That's a really good question. There's different options that you can choose from. So depending on your financial circumstances, you can certainly pay your fees at the beginning if that's what you prefer to, but it's not compulsory. Most of our students will pay the fees over 3 parts. So it's over the duration of your time with us. So remember, depending on your degree program, if it's a master's level program that you're studying, for example, and you take an advanced entry, you only study 2 semesters with us. So if you look at the fees on the website, that's not the fee that you will pay. You will only pay 2/3 of that overall fee. I just want to make that point clear. With the fees that you will pay, you can split that over 3 parts. So most of the students will pay 34% at the beginning. You need that in order to apply for your visa and get your unconditional offer letter to come to the UK. And then you can pay the remaining 66% over the course of your studies. So it will be somewhere in the middle for the second installment, and towards the end of your studies, which will be the final installment.
Okay, thank you. So the last question, what is the duration of the program? So for example, if I need to get a master degree in business administration, what is the length of the program? Is it 1 year, 2 years?
It depends. It depends on the qualifications that you're coming from Seneca with. So if you're doing the graduate certificate at Seneca, then you would study with us for only 2 semesters. So it will be 8 months in total for you to get your MSc qualification.
Okay, thank you. I have a bachelor. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have a bachelor degree and you're coming for the full master's degree, it will be 1 year in duration that you will study. Yeah,
Thank you.
you can start in September, and then you would finish in the following August.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, great. Thanks so much. And we have posted Dan's email address in the chat here, so feel free to reach out to Dan if you have any further questions. I've also posted here the link to all the pathways that we have with Robert Gordon University, so you can take a look at those. And I'll also go ahead and post the contact information for academic pathways. You can reach out to us by phone number, email, or you can book a virtual appointment. And as mentioned before, we have recorded this session, so we'll post this to our website and YouTube channel by next week. So if you missed anything, you can go back and watch it. Thank you so much, Dan, for giving us all of that great information. And thank you everyone for attending.
Oh, my pleasure. Lovely to be here again. And thank you so much, Kirsten. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Take care, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.